So I'd like to do a brief year in review on the WWE 2k18 and give my brief thoughts on the upcoming 2k19 version of the game. So I always play anywhere between 200 and 400 hours a year on these games, so I have quite a lot of playtime on 2k18. I think it's about 350. Anyway, so my problems with the game is it's the same problems I've had since about, I don't know, 2015 or 14, whenever it was that 2K officially took over and revamped for lack of a better term, the series with a new engine. And it's not actually a new engine, it's just a modified, updated version of the same one that Yuke's has been using since 1996 with Shin Nippon Pro Resu, which came out in, I think that was a Japan only game, but yeah, they've been using that engine since 1996 or 97, so the limitations are definitely there, and this year's game seemed to be far more glitchy than any other one in this iteration of the engine so far. But overall, it was still an enjoyable game, and it took a lot of steps in the right direction. And with 2K19, it seems like those steps are turning into bounds. They seem to have rebalanced the rosters. They've ordered out the rating overall, and it's all lowered on average for most superstars, which I kind of like. It's a little bit ridiculous to have mid-carders like the Miz or even lower mid-carders like Bo Dallas having ratings of, I mean, the Miz had a rating in this game in 2K18 of about 89, and I think now his rating is 86, which is a lot more of a mid-carder rating, I think. So they've done that. They've replaced some systems that have always been a little bit kind of not done well, like the perks, whatever they're called, in 2K18 that you can add on to characters, level 1, 2 and 3 of each thing. There's Dirty Pin, things like that. And again, these are like, most of these things were in the game before, but as regular moves, and then they got rid of those moves, and then it's just a whole thing. But yeah, I'm glad they've got rid of that, and hopefully you can still do dirty pins and things like that, where it's contextual, maybe. I don't know how they do it, but yeah, there's certain things like that seem to be an improvement on systems that just weren't entirely functional. There's a bit more kind of role play with this system as well, which I like. I will be trying to do my better than my career, or better whatever it's called, the career mode that's in the 2K games. I'm going to try and do a version of that this year. However, I don't want to start off at rating 51 or wherever I started off last year. It was too low, and it took too long, and by the time I got somewhere interesting I was bored of the series. So instead I'm going to start as a mid-carder in NXT and work my way up to the NXT Championship. And then when I've held that for a while, I'll probably either relinquish it or I'll get beaten naturally, and then just rank myself up to the roster on one pay-per-view or something. I'm trying to do as minimal planning as possible. I kind of like the natural flow of universe mode, and if they've improved it at all this year, then it should be a good time. But I like the looks of the improvements so far. Last year's game, or this year's game, whatever, was fun. I've enjoyed most of my time on it. I've uploaded videos on the channel as well of me playing with my friend, which is definitely more fun than playing against AI. That's the thing that needs the most improvement, is AI. I don't know how it is in the new one, obviously, because I've not played it, but these games aren't difficult. When you play on Legendary, which is the hardest mode in the game, after I'd say 10 matches, if that, you know how to play it. Like you know how to play the AI, and you know how to play around their tactics and what they do and all that, and how to play around the reversal system. And the AI seems very reluctant to attack. They're not very aggressive, they're quite sort of laid back. They don't do anything cool like oh my god moments or holy shit moments is what they should be called. They don't do anything like that, or hardly ever. Unless a diving finisher is their only finisher, they'll never do the diving finisher. They hardly ever use the perk systems, like rolling out and all that stuff, hardly ever use them. So I really hope in this game, especially with the new payback system, which is replacing the perks, they use them more. If not, then it's just going to be another year of, admittedly, like a bit of a fun time, but overall it's going to be an annoying slog to get good matches out of the AI. I got my best matches out of AI in multi-man elimination matches. Like I would do a fatal 4-way, but I would, it would be a 4-way dance, so it would be elimination, 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 winner, like last man standing is the winner. I got a lot of fun out of them, or the triple threat version. I would have got a lot of fun out of a 6-man version of that, but you can't leave the ring for some reason in the elimination pingfall version of that. But still like a good bit of a mess. I play on PC too, so I'm not too worried about people like Nikki Cross and Tommaso Ciampa not being in. Although it is absolutely ridiculous that they're not. I'm still semi-hoping it's some kind of what's the word? Long con? Like there's something involved, there's some kind of storyline they're building up or whatever. But I highly doubt it, because this is Ukes and 2K and they're not particularly great and haven't been for a long time. Really, these games definitely feel like they're getting closer to their peak, which was in... Well, they've had 2 peaks, maybe 3 if you're so inclined. There was a peak in the Nintendo 64 period with WCW NWO Revenge and WWF No Mercy. That was a peak. Then there was another peak then in the mid PlayStation 2 days with Here Comes the Pain and the first SmackDown vs. Raw. I think they were a peak. Not that Shut Your Mouth and SVR06 were bad. But they didn't reach, I don't think they reached the levels of those two. And then there was a very brief, it wasn't a peak, I wouldn't say, but 2K11 added a lot of things that made the game very fun. Like they had match creator, they had a lot of creative finisher options, they had the new physics with the table and all that. They had all of that. And that was so good, but it, over the course of between 2011 and 2013, the physics with interacting with landing on stairs and chairs and tables got downplayed or downgraded over time, to the point that now in 2k18, when you suplex someone on the chair, they don't react, they just land on it and sell it as they would a regular suplex. When you suplex someone onto the steel steps, again, there's no reaction. If anything, the stairs like move out the way and you clip through it. There was at one point a glitch that made it so you did impact the stairs, and although it made no physical difference to the damage that you did to them, it looked cool, but then they patched it out because you're not allowed to have fun. Although their tagline this year is that they want to make it fun again. And by the looks of the early gameplay footage, they have worked a good way towards doing that. But I don't really trust. I don't trust them. I've been, I've bought this series of games, the WWE series of games, since I think Just Bring It was my first. It could have been Shut Your Mouth. My memory's a little bit fuzzy, but one of those two was my first. I've been playing the games since then and buying them every year on release day since then. It's the only game I ever pre-order now. I don't do pre-orders anymore because it's a waste of time. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this series. I'm looking forward to doing the My Career thing. Not My Career, but the universe mode My Career, where I follow just the one character. I don't know if I'm going to do Johnny Newton again, or if I'm going to make someone new. But I kind of know what fighting style I'm going for and the gimmick I'm going for. So I'm looking forward to that. But I am looking forward to this game. I did enjoy this year's game, and if it's an improvement to this year's game, then I'm going to get another 300 hours out of it probably. Yeah, thank you for listening or watching this little video. I'm probably going to put a match or something in the background of me and 2 other people fighting in a 3-way dance. Just as a quick 10-15 minute match in the background. But yeah, thanks for watching or listening. I've been Jack with Trio Talk. Toodaloo.